win tonight. And let's...
Well, Kevin, we know here...
He's done a terrific job, Dave. Thank you. And the playoff spots on the line here late in the season. Not everyone, though, is going to get in, Brent, but they're all trying to.
They're all trying to.
Yeah.
And guess what, Kevin? Those teams that aren't going to get in can do their job of playing the best spoilers that they can and wanting to compete. It's also a chance for those teams to have the younger players who maybe have not gotten a lot of minutes throughout the course of the regular season to explore them and give them some experience and confidence before going into the offseason.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. And so in the game for the Hawks, Paul Millsap out there with Howard. And it's Thabo Sefolosha. Then there's Dennis Schroeder, and it's Hardaway in at the shooting guard. Screen by Adams. Schroeder against Westbrook, the 10-footer. And it's sent back by Howard. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Hardaway. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Unbelievable finish with the defense right on top of him. That takes a ton of focus.
Outside Westbrook. Pass to Roberson. Just 5 on the clock. To the paint. Here's Adams. Excellent D from Howard. On defense, the Thunder. It's a 3-point game. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
Yeah, it's just hard to make up when you have an inability to make free throws consistently, and that's why they ended up losing.
Yeah, they left a lot there at the free throw line. A few guys fell out of rhythm early on and never got their feel back.
Schroeder against Westbrook. And it's Howard finishing it off.
And Howard has great timing on these alley-oops. As long as the pass is spot on, he's clear for takeoff.
Over to the left wing. And Adams kicks to Roberson. To the right side. Westbrook against Schroeder. Westbrook drives in, and it's sent back by Howard. Down low. Here's Millsap, and it's slammed in by Millsap.
And nice job again. That time to add to their lead. They're doing everything right at the moment.
They're clearly dialed in, making each possession count. Now the challenge is, let's maintain that focus and concentration.
Gibson the screen. Schroeder against Westbrook. Oladipo outside. Here's Adams, and Adams with the slam.
Yeah, and coming into the league, Adams would sometimes be a little bit soft around the rim. No more.
Screen by Howard. Now the pass to Sefolosha. Hawks passing it around. And there's the feed to Howard. Here's Schroeder. No good with the triple. Thunder trailing by 5. It's stolen by Schroeder. And there's the foul. That's on Steven Adams. That's his first foul. Schroeder against Westbrook. Schroeder kicks to Sefolosha. Now here's Millsap. He's tightly guarded. A jump hook. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
Fantastic team defensive effort there. They made him uncomfortable taking that inside look, and it showed in the release.
Roberson the pass to Oladipo. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
And that's where you like to see Oladipo operating right there around the rim.
One item with Russell Westbrook and the big contract for Enes Kanter. The Thunder without a lot of financial wiggle room right now.
Well, with Westbrook, we've talked about how much on a nightly basis you're going to have a chance to win regular season games. But with the loss of Ibaka and Durant, it opens up a huge opportunity for a big man to step up and contribute. One of the things Billy Donovan has to be proud in what he saw last year was Steven Adams and his progression in the middle. Can Enes Kanter now become that guy to play consistently on the inside for OKC.
Dishes it to Cephalosha. Millsap inside, defended by Gibson. That one drops for him. 7 points for Paul Millsap. Thunder trailing by 5. Outside Westbrook. Feeds it to Gibson. It's Oladipo on the wing. Guarded by Hardaway. 6 on the shot clock. Westbrook dishes to Oladipo, and it's sent back by Howard.
And love seeing Howard rise up and reject shooters. Just a juggernaut on defense.
Millsap with it, now guarded by Gibson, and Andre Robertson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Oh, trying for it. A steal.
Wow, you watched the defender, and it looked like he knew that was coming. He made a quick play on it to intercept the ball in the passing lane.
Westbrook kicks to Oladipo. Millsap's against Gibson. 6 to shoot. To the inside. Here's Adams. And yes, it's good. Adams has got his second basket of the game.
Well, using his wide frame right there, Adams able to get the position he wants and drops it through.
Shooter passes to Millsap. Pulls it up. And again, it's Atlanta.
He's firing on all cylinders. Has to be happy with his 4 of 5 shooting from the field so far.
Westbrook kicks to Oladipo. Here's Robertson. Off target from outside.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And Atlanta calls their first timeout of the game. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
And hard to say whether it was the game plan defensively that let them down or just the inability to really bring the fire on that side of the ball.
They really did seem to lack the kind of intensity you need to play an effective team defense. The number of open looks they gave up was pretty shocking.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. They get a hand on it. And the Thunder pushing it up now. Westbrook's got the ball. Adams outside. And Westbrook, here we go. Moore with the steal. Upside Prince. Unloads from 9. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game. Thunder trailing by 7. Westbrook with it. You saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. He kicks to Adams. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And watching Adams go to work out there, he is a bit of an old school big man in the sense that, Brent, he'll throw his weight around and look to intimidate the other team.
Yeah, Adams willing to take on that role, take the punches and take the hits for the rest of his team. And it goes along with his great defensive instincts, I think. His activity down low, certainly a big help for this team's defense.
Ilyasova against Gibson. And Adams kicks to Gibson. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
And a new group in here for the Thunder. Cantor checked in for Steven Adams. Grant comes in for Roberson. Rodney Stuckey's checked in for Oladipo. And Cole subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Here's Teodosic. They get it back. Kick out to Moore. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Prince. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Thunder trailing by 4. Cole dishes to Cantor. Back to Cole. There's a screen by Cantor. Shot on the wing. Cole's shot is good. Here's Teodosic. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Gibson with the steal. Knocks it loose. Teodosic, the pass to Ilyasova. Here's Cole. There's a screen by Cantor. Lock at 6. Now Ilyasova. Prince, the pass to Teodosic. He feeds it to Ilyasova. Atlanta again missing. For Oklahoma City, they've gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. Gibson down low. Working on Ilyasova. That ties it up. 7 points for Taj Gibson.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And now here comes Cole, leading the break, and the dunk by Grant.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal, and then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
Well, it fires up your teammates and the fans when you make plays like that out in the open court and explosive.
And Cole kicks to Stuckey. Back to Cole. Rebounded by Moore.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Ilyasova can't hit. Here's Oklahoma City now. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. Stuckey left side. Kicks it to Cantor. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And there's Stuckey. That's good on the assist from Enes Kanter. And the Thunder lead by 4.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
From deep, Ilyasova drains it from beyond the arc.
Even before the ball gets to him, you could see Ilyasova start to position himself, gets his feet set, a good foundation to let it fly.
And Cole kicks to Grant. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Thunder out in front as they end the first quarter with a 13-5 run. And Dwight Howard, a lightning rod figure around the league.
Basketball. This is my passion, you know.
It's an interesting concept that Dwight has to take something very seriously in order to have fun. He does say he has a burning passion to win a championship. He's been in the finals, and this is a guy that's got still a lot to shoot for, he feels, in his career.
It's a great point, Kevin. And the challenge for Dwight is how to balance how serious he is and how passionate he is with having that fun on the court that he's after.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
I just think that from an intensity standpoint, their defense has really been the key. It's been the catalyst as they've been able to disrupt their opponent's offense.
Relentless ball pressure, jumping into the passing lanes. They're just forcing them into ridiculous mistakes.
On the court right now for the Hawks. Paul Millsap out there with Cephalosha. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Howard. And it's Schroeder in at the 1 spot. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, it seems at times that Russell Westbrook can put up a triple-double at will. But he said, everybody thinks that I care about numbers and things like that, but I really don't. I don't think about who shoots, how many times they shoot. That really doesn't matter to me. I just like to win. All that matters is if we win. Kevin?
Thanks, D.A., one of the most competitive players in the NBA. Marked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. Block shots, a stat that sometimes doesn't tell the whole story. Big-time shot blockers aren't always elite defenders. And then the opposite is true. Their block shot totals don't quite capture that great impact they really have defensively.
You know, and Hakeem the Dream, certainly one of the greatest all-around players to have ever played the game. An endless array of offensive moves down low, no doubt. And defensively, his numbers speak for themselves. I mean, almost 4,000 career blocks, 2 Defensive Player of the Year awards, just a legendary low-post defender.
got a piece of it. Howard kicks it over to Schroeder. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. And it's slammed in by Millsap.
Well, at 6'8", Millsap is still a threat to get up in the air and get those down.
And the Hawks 2 seasons ago storming to 60 wins and Brent the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference. And along the way, a franchise best 19-game winning streak.
Well, how amazing was that month of January where they played perfect basketball. The starting 5, they were all named co-players of the month. That was a first in league history. Also the franchise's first time to the conference finals in that season. But after getting swept, you know they still have some work to do.
Let's go. And again, Dwight Howard. And now it's a 3-point Hawks lead.
And a really nice job by Howard to come up with a high percentage interior shot. His shot selection has been superb.
And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Well, what you have to like about Enes Kanter, defense aside, is that he's an efficient scorer. He's got great instincts to offensive rebound and be in position for somebody to feed him the ball on the inside.
And for Kanter, his play is what everyone envisioned for him when he was taken 3rd overall back in that 2011 draft.
Well, the hopes for every general manager looking at Kanter was that he'd be a great low-post scorer, and that's where he's shown most of his prowess, there and at the offensive glass, where he just simply swallows everything up and puts it back in the basket.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Kanter. Gibson comes in for Doug McDermott. Roberson, he's checked in for Grant. And it's Victor Oladipo in for Rodney Stucker. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
And what a gutty play. I mean, muscles his way to the rebound and then just pounds it home for the putback.
Well said, G.A. The battle on the boards, Clark, could go a long way toward deciding this game.
Well, especially when the game is this close. You recognize with your instincts the opportunity to help your team out. Just never flinched.
It's Roberson, top of the key. Gibson dishes to Westbrook. Back to Gibson. And it's sent back by Millsap.
Well, as soon as the shot was released, Millsap gets off the floor quickly and blocks it.
And here's Schroeder. 26 points for him last game against Washington. And here's Cephalosha for 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Cephalosha's got his first 3 points of the game. Now here's Westbrook. There's the dish to Gibson. The shot from 20 feet away. It will go down, and the Hawks lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Russell Westbrook.
Well, you see how difficult he makes it on anyone that's going to try to guard him. Just an offensive dominant player.
Schroeder kicks to Howard. And again, it's Atlanta.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Thunder have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Oladipo, the pass to Roberson. Back to Oladipo. Kick out to Adams. It's Westbrook with the drive. A beautiful reverse layup. Westbrook's got 6 points.
You know, he didn't score the ball much in the first quarter, but he has been really, really solid during the second quarter. I expect a big game from him now.
Right side Millsap. Shoots from the right block. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Well, he is a huge reason why they have this lead.
And Westbrook, here we go. And it's sent back by Howard. Schroeder with the ball. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. To the middle. Millsap against Gibson. The jump hook. Indeed, Millsap drops it in. Now it's a 6-point Atlanta lead.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Westbrook against Schroeder. Westbrook dishes to Gibson. A wide open look here for Oladipo. Good on the three-point shot. He's got 5.
Slowly and steadily improving Oladipo, a good three-point shooter, making him more well-rounded as a threat.
That one goes in, and the Hawks lead by 5. We know the household names, LeBron, Curry, but for your money, who are some of the more underrated players in this NBA?
You know, one guy that I love to watch, especially when it comes down to the fourth quarter time, Kevin, is Kemba Walker in Charlotte. Over the past couple seasons, he's been one of the best clutch performers in the NBA. So if my league pass is on, I'm watching some Kemba Walker.
That's a good name.
Yeah, and coming into the NBA, Dennis Schroeder drew comparisons to Rajon Rondo for his frame and his quickness. He's already shown himself to be a better shooter than Rondo, but his defense still has a long way to go.
McDermott's checked in for the Thunder. Coles comes in for Russell Westbrook. And where the shots been coming from tonight? Here's a look broken down by paint, mid-range, and three-point shot attempts so far for Oklahoma City.
And clearly, this is a squad that makes its living in the paint. Very few teams are as determined to get the ball inside as much as they are. They aren't going to settle for jump shots. They're going to continue to pound it down low.
And Brent, you think of the comparison between Rondo and Dennis Schroeder. They both have a certain cockiness to them, don't they?
Yeah, they play with some bravado out there, and that's one of the first things that you notice about Schroeder. Great confidence. He doesn't back down from the challenge that anyone offers up.
And Adams kicks to Oladipo. Here's McDermott. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Adams down low. Withy on him. That one's in there. The Hawks lead is cut down to just 3 on the basket from Adams.
Well, you have to put at least one body on Adams, maybe 2. With his size and relentlessness, he'll light you up on the offensive glass.
Withy kicks to Moore. Here's Muscala. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Inside, Oberson. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. He took the opportunity when he saw it. Cole's got 5 now.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give you.
And the foul on Victor Oladipo. That's his first foul. Off the inbound. Moore with the bucket. Moore's got his first bucket in this one.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Cole, the pass to Adams. He dishes it to Robertson. Over in the corner, Cole. Shot clock at 6. It's Oladipo on the wing. Here's Adams, and again it's Oklahoma City. Here's Teodosic. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. There's the pick. At the top of the key, Withy. Pass to Muscala. McDermott with the steal. 1:46 left to play here in the half. And Cole kicks to McDermott. And Oladipo has it in the corner. Adams down low. Withy on him. Adams' shot is off.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
The only way you're going to challenge him in that situation, you have to attack with more power.
Muscala, the pass to Teodosic. Passes it to Dunleavy. Another 3 for Atlanta.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
Oladipo outside. Pass to Cole. The feed to McDermott. Moore with the steal. Fast break, the Hawks. And it's blocked. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Oladipo. A different look for Oklahoma City. Cantor checked in for Steven Adams. Grant comes in for Roberson. Rodney Stuckey subbed in for Oladipo.
Rodney Stuckey.
Here's Muscala. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Moore in the corner. From the arc. Offensive rebound. And Muscala kicks to Moore. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Now Cantor. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Fires from 14. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Well, the mechanics didn't look too bad there. Cantor with the quick release and excellent follow-through.
Stolen. And now the pass break. Grant with the ball. Dunleavy. No good that time. And so it's a close game.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It's an interesting battle going on tonight. Ernie Johnson here with you folks alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. You are watching the 2K Sports Halftime Show. There was no stopping Paul Millsap in the first half. He ended up with 15 points and 1 block. Some great work from him in the first 2 quarters. Kenny, what was your take on Atlanta?
Well, there was a big spark from the bench in the first half. Sometimes you're hoping for your reserves to come in and just hold court, but they didn't do that. They actually got better.
And big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Thunder.
They got to get more aggressive on the glass. Over the first half, we saw them being schooled down low. You know what I'm going to say, Ernie. Barbecue chicken. If I was coach in the locker room right now, they'd be getting an earful. Extra rebounding. Effort will pay off in other ways. The energy is really where it starts. Something like that, Ernie.
And that'll do it as the second half is just about ready to begin.
The Skydance Bridge rising 200 feet above. Above I-40 has quickly become an icon here in Oklahoma City since it opened in 2012. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. You know, Paul Millsap has been exceptional here, guys.
Just a dominating performance in the post by him so far. Just tearing them to shreds when he gets it inside.
Yeah, is there a shot down there that he didn't show them? I'm not sure. Let's see if the D can make some adjustments here as we start the third quarter.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. We've got Rodney Stuckey. Grant is out there with McDermott. Then it's Norris Cole, and it's Cantor in at the 5 spot. That's Billy Donovan's 5 as we get going here in the second half. And Howard with the stuff.
And trust me, Dennis Schroeder would love to score the basketball, but his ability to set up his teammates is also effective.
McDermott with it. Millsap on him. And Cantor wide open. He shoots. No good with the triple.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside. And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. That one's in there. The Hawks lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Stuckey.
Well, they missed their first 3 shots, and after that maybe they'll get some air underneath their wings a little bit.
Out to Hardaway. In the corner, Cephalosha with it. Another shot. Again, the Hawks score.
Yeah, 3 of 4 to start this half. Offensively, they've been great.
Here's Cole. He has 5. Stuckey kicks to Cantor. And that one goes long.
They're 1 of 5 to begin this half, guys, and they have to address this problem quickly or this could get out of hand.
The pass to Millsap. Back to Hardaway. Here's Howard. Dishes it to Schroeder. Howard in the post. Is covered by Cantor. And it's slammed in by Howard.
And really, there's no reason why Howard can't at least be boxed out. When he comes up with these rebounds, it's night-night for the defense.
Stuckey against Hardaway. Stuckey kicks to Grant. Cole dishes to Cantor. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. The Thunder shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
And so he hits the technical free throw. Russell Westbrook's checked in for Norris Cole. Here's Cantor. Grant kicks to McDermott. And that's good for 2.
A bad shot, good result.
The Hawks leading by 6.
Well, the Hawks offense predicated on ball movement and spacing and great shooting. They keep their shooters spread all over the floor, and if they can't get layups, those catch-and-shoot opportunities are something they're great at.
Oklahoma City's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Outside Westbrook. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. And for years, people used to criticize Westbrook for his shot selection. You hear less and less of that, though, now lately.
Well, he's an MVP-type player in his own right. He led the league in scoring in 2015, remember, with Kevin Durant out, and he did it very, very efficiently. It's a good problem to have if you're Billy Donovan and the Thunder.
And that one's good. Millsap.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Feeds it to McDermott. He kicks to Cantor. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Westbrook against Schroeder. 4 on the clock. Cantor. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Atlanta leading by 6. Out to the wing. Cephalosha kicks to Millsap. He feeds it to Schroeder. Sinks the triple.
Well, not known as an outside shooter, he's definitely working on his three-point accuracy.
Westbrook against Schroeder. And finished off by Westbrook.
And that's some inspiration. Steals, blocks, and a big dunk. Those are ways that you can really change the momentum in a game.
Well, they got to chip away at that deficit, and no doubt that'll help.
Well, the team needed just a bit of momentum shifting back to their side. They're excited. Let's see if they can maintain that excitement long enough to get some damage done.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Gibson comes in for McDermott. Roberson, he's checked in for Grant. And it's Oladipo in for Rodney Stuckey.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
And Westbrook throws it down hard.
I'm not sure the opposing team's coaching staff has a tactic to slow down Russell Westbrook.
Westbrook against Calderon. Here's Howard. And Howard with the stuff.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Out to the right wing. Oladipo, the pass to Gibson. And Robertson has it in the corner. And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. You played for, what was it, 6 different teams over your terrific career. We're seeing less and less players remain on the same team for their entire career. Do you think that's a good thing or a bad thing for the game of basketball?
I think it's a thing that just can't be avoided nowadays with the way the contracts and free agency are set up and the way the teams like to maneuver around. One of the things, Kevin, I think that's taken effect is a quick trigger from a lot of the younger owners that the NBA has where they don't have immediate success. They're not willing to go the patient route and wait for guys to develop, wait for guys to see their talent and come to fruition with the team that they're with. And so you'll continue to see plenty of player movement as the league moves on.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, we know that the Thunder hired Billy Donovan as its new head coach. In his 2 decades at the University of Florida, he led them to 2 national titles with players like Al Horford and Joakim Noah. A defensive-minded coach, he's developed into a great offensive mind. Fellas, that's what he's trying to bring to OKC. Moving the floor, as he calls it. Creating space for their great scorers to operate.
Ball movement, player movement. That's where the league is going, D.A. Thanks. Here's Calderon. And again, it's Atlanta.
And you better believe that Calderon is comfortable out there in the mid-range. Nice shot.
Kicks to Gibson. Back to Westbrook. Gibson setting a pick for Westbrook. Up off this.
Yikes! Wow. And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Yeah, it's funny how you see so many picks, but this one sets up the defense well. No one rotates over. Bang!
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. Oladipo dishes to Adams. And Oladipo kicks to Adams. Back to Oladipo. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Atlanta leading by 10. There's the dish to Ilyasova. Great D that time from Gibson.
He's certainly a threat to finish those opportunities with some style and flair, but the defense did a simply outstanding job preventing that from happening.
Teodosic, the pass to Calderon. Pass to Teodosic. 3-pointer. That falls. Nice feed this time from Jose Calderon.
And that's just some great vision there from Calderon to see the wide open man for the easy make.
They set the screen. Oladipo dishes to Adams. Here's Roberson. Nails the wide open jump shot. Roberson's got his first 2 points of the night.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Gibson with the steal.
Let's go, baby, let's go!
Westbrook against Moore. And Oladipo kicks to Westbrook. Adams right side. And Adams with the slam.
Well, people talk so much about shoot first guy with Westbrook. How about that time finding the open man?
And here's Calderon. He has 5. Withy passes to Ilyasova. Back to Withy. His first shot coming late. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
The only way you're going to challenge him in that situation, you have to attack with more power.
Westbrook dishes to Robertson. Clock at 6. Here's Adams. Makes it off the glass. Adams has got 14 points for the game.
Well, that's something Adams is working on right there, finishing plays strong with a hand in his face.
Atlanta calls timeout.
You always talk about glue guys and guys that do the little things to help their team. Steven Adams is certainly that for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Not a big presence in the box to score, but when you watch him play with his team, he's willing to sacrifice his body, set hard screens, and be a presence on the interior.
And thinking again on Adams, the scoring isn't what makes him valuable, Brennan. It's his defense and his solid screen setting.
Well, I think it's his idea that the role that he has is something that he's very comfortable with. and he wants to be successful at doing it. He doesn't hurt the team by getting out of his comfort zone.
And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there. Then for the Hawks, Muscala comes in for Ilyasova. And Dunleavy subbed in for Jose Calderon. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And Muscala kicks to Withy. Here's Muscala. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Passes it to McDermott. And good coming on the assist by Rodney Stuckey. 6 points for Doug McDermott.
Oh, had his head on a swivel and found the open man. Nice assist.
The third quarter comes to a close. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. The Hawks leading by 6. On the court for Atlanta, they've got Dunleavy. Muscala is out there with Withy. Then there's Etuan Moore, and it's Teodosic in at the point.
Yeah, I know the shot's been off just a smidge tonight, but he's contributed in other ways to help his team have the lead in this game so far.
McDermott, no one around him, and the Thunder another 3.
A pretty free look from three-point range. The D forgot about him on that possession.
Well, you concern yourself with the other guys who you think are going to damage you, and he stepped up and delivered that huge three-point shot.
No problems knocking that one down.
And not a single point in the first quarter, but he's found his game, and you can tell he's got a bit of his swagger back.
Here's Cole. Feeds it to Cantor. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
Such a diverse offensive game. Cantor has a number of scoring moves he can go to, no matter what you try to take away from him defensively.
And the shot is good. And the Hawks lead by 6.
And this has been purely a display of offense that we're seeing here today.
The scoring mindset has been unbelievably aggressive on both sides. Defensively, though, neither team has made the effort.
Now here's McDermott. He's tightly guarded, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. And the technical free throw is good.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Grant gets a wide open look. Off target from three-point range. Atlanta leading by 5. Here's Teodosic. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And so much more responsibility for Hawks head coach Mike Budenholzer, named the team president in the summer of 2015. Well, I'll tell you what, he's been well prepared. 18 years in San Antonio, actually played for Coach Popovich during those days where he was an athlete. He'll tell you he still is one, but he's doing a terrific job.
Down low, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
Well, it fires up your teammates and the fans when you make plays like that out in the open court and explosive.
Cantor's shot is off. When you think of the temperament of Mike Budenholzer, comparing him to, say, Greg Popovich, who he was an assistant coach under for well over a decade, Brent, how would you compare the two of them?
They're very charismatic. They're the kind of coaches that as players, once you get some time with them, get a chance to know them, that what they're trying to do is just get the best out of you. That's something that both of them share.
And it's going to be a 3-second call. Thunder trailing by 9. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Stuckey right side. From 13 feet, it goes down.
Consistency all game long. He's going to continue, I think, to have to take it over to get them back in the game.
Here's Teodosic. Here's Moore. Off target from outside. Stuckey passes to Cole.
Oh, man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Right wing. Here's Cantor. Drops one in from the wing. Cantor's got 4 points now in the quarter. Atlanta leading by 5. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup.
Yeah, certainly an attitude change at halftime. After sort of wandering around in the first, he's kicked it into gear here for the second frame.
McDermott dishes to Cantor. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
A reliable finisher who can score in a multitude of ways. Cantor is a tough cover down low.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Here's Muscala. The 10-footer. In Atlanta again with the buckets.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Here's Cole. Poked away. Stolen by Withy. The pass to Teodosic. In Atlanta again with the bucket.
He's been an absolute marksman the entire second half. Hard to imagine what anyone can do right now to slow him down.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. And with the fourth quarter push coming up here, the coach going over the game plan and these players rehydrating themselves with Gatorade, recharging their bodies, refocusing their minds, and getting that strategy down to close out the game. And Oklahoma City going with a whole new group out there. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Billy Donovan's huddle with his team. He is not pleased, and he told them they have to make a push right now. He said, look, we got to make a move, or I've got to pull the plug. Pretty blunt stuff, Kevin. Back to you.
Okay, David, thanks.
And they continue to control the glass.
Poke loose. Gibson with the steal. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
And that's what we mean by combo guard skills right there. Kept his head up and found the open man.
Inside, off the pick. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Westbrook kicks to Adams. Back to Westbrook. Adams sets the pick for Westbrook. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots a fader. Makes that one fall. It's his 8th bucket in 15 shot attempts.
Well, he's got no problem getting to that spot on the floor. Westbrook now looks more confident in those kind of results.
The Hawks leading by 7. Here's Teodosic. No good on the triple.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Adams, right side. All alone. They grab their own miss. Another shot. And it's Westbrook missing.
Man, if he's missing those kind of good looks, his team is in some serious trouble.
Here's Muscala, defended by Gibson. Moore against Oladipo. Adams, the pass to Oladipo. In the corner, it's Westbrook. And Oladipo kicks to Adams. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
Well, he's an NBA scoring champion. Westbrook sure has improved his entire offensive repertoire since his days in Westwood.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. Adams in the corner. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Shooter kicks to Howard. And Howard with the stuff.
Well, that's one of his best attributes is his passes hit guys in stride.
Pass to Roberson. Adams outside. Westbrook dishes to Adams. And it's sent back by Howard. Now here is Cephalosha. He's covered closely to the inside. It's stolen by Oladipo. Left side Westbrook. Three-pointer. The kick out to Oladipo. Misses the three. Atlanta leading by 6. Outside Millsap. .157 left to play here in the fourth. His second miss of the game. Still has him shooting 8 for 10. Adams with the screen on Hardaway. Oladipo. And he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick.
Confidence shown from Oladipo. He wants that shot in that moment.
Millsap a screen. Schroeder kicks to Millsap. Back to Schroeder. He wants to get to Millsap and does. It's good. Millsap's got 19 points.
Well, you can't give him that kind of a position in the post.
Absolutely not. Bottom line is the D has to do everything it can to prevent him from getting that deep.
Here's Westbrook. And sent back by Howard. Atlanta's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Under passes to Millsap. And there's the foul. Goes on Taj Gibson. That's foul number 2 for him. Atlanta with the ball. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Hardaway dishes to Cephalosha. And poor shot selection there. Not a high percentage look for him.
It's going to be tough for him here, but maybe, just maybe, it's not over yet.
Wishful thinking. I think it's a little bit too late. It's going to take a miracle now.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long?
2013, Victor Oladipo heard his name second in that draft. One of the best shooting guards in the league and getting better.
And Roberson kicks to Westbrook. Back to Robertson. Here's Adams. Out of bounds. Atlanta will take possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
A bucket here would give them a bit more room.
True, but no need to rush it. Play smart.
Here's Schroeder. Yes!
Man, time winding down. It's always fun to see a player like Schroeder take it upon himself to come up with a clutch basket.
Westbrook passes to Adams. From deep. Millsap grabs the miss. Here's Hardaway. Banked in off the glass. Now it's a 7-point Hawks lead. And so the Hawks take the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Jose, congrats on the win tonight. How important was winning this game following that last loss to get the momentum back?
Well, I think we played better. I think we're getting going.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thanks, Kevin. Now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Dwight Howard. He played with an extremely aggressive mindset tonight, and that led to some fantastic production. A double-double, points and rebounds.
With his physicality in the paint, Dwight Howard.
That's going to do it for our broadcast tonight. We certainly hope you've enjoyed the show, don't we, guys?
It was great.
Yeah. Kenny Smith, Shaquille.